ICSE warriors, welcome back to my channel. My name is PrachiSharma and today's session is a very interesting one. After posting the video on periodic table yesterday, a few students reached out to me asking for different ways in which they can memorize the trends of periodic table and it's easier for them to recall this information while sitting in the examination hall. So today's video is entirely based upon that. It's going to be a short and crisp video, but we are going to discuss how you can memorize it and how you can easily recall it. So let's get started. So my dear students, I hope the screen is clearly visible to you. So let's get started with understanding of a few things about this table. Actually, before this table, let me tell you a few things. Whenever you have a lot of information that you have to memorize, always try to consolidate that into a single page. That is majority of the information. I'm not saying everything will come on the same page, but majority of the information. And try to take a look. You can say take a look from a bird's eye view. That means take a look at the entire thing at once. So what would that help you with? That will help you understand a particular pattern in which you can memorize that information. So you don't have to just mug up every time. Sometimes when you make charts, when you make different kind of mind maps, it's easier for you to recall from that information compared to the bookish information that you get. So I have done the same thing over here. First of all is that I have tried to write all the properties, what it depends upon, and then its trend, that is across the period and down the group. Now as I go along, take a look at this chart from that perspective that I'm trying to make you see. So let's look at the properties first. So you have the valencies, atomic size, ionization energy, electron affinity, electron negativity, metallic character, and so on. On the second side, I have it depends upon. So let's focus on it depends upon first. So if you take a look at valency, so what will valency depend upon? Of course, valency will depend upon number of valence electrons. So that is there. Then when you talk about atomic size, it depends upon how many shells you have and the nuclear charge. Other than that, if you take a look at all the others, all of them are the same. That is atomic size, nuclear charge, atomic size, nuclear charge. So when you look at the property other than valency and atomic size is pretty much self-understood that valency will depend upon valence electrons, atomic size will depend on number of orbits or shells, and the nuclear charge. Other than that, all of them are the same. So that's pretty easy. Now let's move on to down the group trend. Now, when we talk about valency of course stays the same down the group. So first thing that you should do is that you should focus on what is easier for you, because periodic table works on a lot of imagination. That means if I'm asking you that go down the group, you should have that imagination that as I go down the group, my shells are increasing. So have that memory of a picture memory that as I'm going down the group, I can see the shells are increasing. As I'm going across the period, the shells are the same. So it depends upon you which is easier for you. Is it easier for you to picture it down the group or across a period? Whatever works for you, pick up that column and learn that column only. Because if you try and see, all the trends are opposite. So if something is increasing down the group, it will decrease across a period. So just focus on any one side and the other one you will automatically remember. So for right now, for this video, I'm focusing on down the group. Okay. So first we'll look at the ones which are pretty obvious. For example, valency. Valency will stay the same. It's easier for me to remember that the shells increase as I go down the group. That's it what I'm focusing on. That the atomic size will increase and the shells will increase as I go down the group. So I'm focusing on that. So valency, that is the outermost electrons in the outermost shell, are always the same. So that makes sense to me. Now let's look at everything else. Now number of valence electrons will stay the same because valency is the same. So these two things you can cross out, that these are same. Valency and valence electrons are same. Now let's look at other things. Now because I have the imagination that atomic size is increasing, so it increases. Then metallic character increases. What was metallic character? Metallic character was the ability to easily donate an electron. So what I'm trying to make is, I'm trying to make a story in my head. That is, as I'm going down the group, my atomic size will increase, number of shells will increase, the outermost shell will go farther away from the nucleus. So that is the reason atomic size will increase, metallic character will increase. And since, so I hope you remember this much, that when you have metallic character, oxides, so oxides of metals are basic in nature. So as the metallic character will increase, your basic character will also increase of the oxides. So that will also increase, and number of shells increase. So if you take a look at the entire thing coming down the group, you only have 4 things increasing, which are interdependent. That means, starting from the first thing, atomic size increases, therefore metallic character increases because my atom will be easily able to donate. Now since it is easily able to donate, it is also base, its oxides are also basic in nature, because metals form oxides which are basic in nature. So that will also increase. And since I'm coming down the group, my number of shells are increasing. So just remember these 4 things as you come down the group, that these 4 things will always increase. Everything else other than this will decrease. Okay, so just remember the increasing ones as you go down the group. 4 things are increasing: metallic character, atomic size, number of shells, and basic character of oxides. All of them are interdependent. Other than that, everything as you come down the group is decreasing. Easy. And then the same thing, let's take a look at the across a period. So across a period, since it is increasing, this is decreasing, this is increasing, this is decreasing, this is increasing, this is decreasing, and number of shells, they will stay the same. Okay, so few things that you have to keep in mind. Other than that, if you take a look at the basic properties, everything will go opposite. Everything else other than that, the 4 increasing in down the group, they are decreasing. So that means these are decreasing, these 2 are decreasing, and corresponding to these you have increasing characteristics. Okay, increasing trends. So I hope this makes sense to you. This is the easiest way I could tone it down for you and help you memorize them in a easier way. That means just focus on few properties and focus on one side. So if you are coming down the group, 4 of the things are increasing. Other than that, 2 will stay the same and everything else will decrease. And you make the opposite, exactly opposite thing will happen in across a period. You just have to be logical for a couple of things. For example, valency, number of shells, valence electrons, a few things you have to keep in mind by logical sense. Other than that, main characteristics that generally students get confused in are these, that is atomic size, ionization energy till this much. So these are the ones that students get maximum confusions with, and these have a very specific trend which runs opposite to each other. So you can focus on that. So I hope this video was helpful. So my dear students, this was it for this short video. I hope you were able to get an idea about the trend that I'm talking about. Just memorize that much and you are good to go for the exam. So I hope this was helpful. Make sure that you let me know that in the comment section or on the Telegram channel. What were your views on this video? Thank you so much. We'll catch up in the next session.